a gentleman, a boy child, as they're calling him, he invites a lady out, as you do. Instead of going by herself, not only does she bring a friend, she brings a clan of people. And they accumulate a bill of 37,000 rands, but that's about 300,000 Kenyan shillings. But the boy child was like, not today, not today, because he left. And they were left there to foot their own bill. This is a word to everyone. If you cannot afford what you just handled, don't go out. Don't go out, because
you know what,
this
Lydia?
is embarrassing.
I don't believe you. We have to see this. We have to take a look at this one.
Oh my goodness.
You were saying something when we were watching that, because I was still trying to calculate that figure. I always, and I still do, you know, convert money to Uganda shillings just to, you know, make it hit home, like it's extravagance at its best. But you were talking about your issue. Your issue with this story.
My biggest issue, of course, yes, there is the sponsor slave queen issue. We've already exhausted that. But it's the girl, you've been invited out yourself, and you feel like bringing 8 of your friends. Like, that's where you've reached. That's where you've reached with being entitled to the sponsor's money. That's where, that's my problem. Because a bill of, hey Dana, hey Monique, even the 3 of us, we couldn't use that much. And maybe between the 3 of us, we can actually pay our bill no matter how much it is. Bring 8 girls, and they're drinking bottles of Hennessy and all that.
My issue is not even... because first you said we've exhausted that, but I feel like it's like roaches. It's like they keep coming out, these kind of girls. It's so unfortunate, but girls, come on, we need to respect ourselves, yeah? First of all, I grew up knowing, I don't care if I'm lunching and brunching with you, I have to order stuff that I can afford, all right? If I have 7 other girls, which is a totally different issue, I've never been the kind of girl to move like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we're just like, let's go out on this date and exploit this person. That's why I also believe that there's different kinds of women. But I also feel like a lot of men encourage this. A lot of men encourage this. I read a post on Twitter about a guy who actually stood up. He didn't even run away or go to the bathroom or anything. He said, I'm not going to justify my masculinity by paying your bill. Or because he's a man, he has to pay your bill. I think women need to pay their own bills. I don't care if you're lunching with your friends or you're out there doing God knows what. If it's your hair, if it's your nails, if you can't afford it, it's all right. I feel like society is putting a lot of pressure on these young girls. I mean, it's so embarrassing to think of it that way. But I think he wanted to teach them a lesson. Another thing people don't know is a picture surfaced of this guy today. He's actually sick, or should I say unwell. He's just not well, but women are willing to do literally anything to get, I mean, I'm looking at all that and I'm just like, I really am a different kind of species. I wouldn't do stuff like that.
And
I just really, I'm embarrassed because,
I'm embarrassed
because I remember way before I got married and you know, guys will try to hit on you and everything. Men are gonna do stuff like that every other day. And I will always tell my daughter that that's gonna happen. Thing is, men would approach me and I wouldn't understand why they expect certain things from me. But it's women like these that make it acceptable. So he had to do what he had to do. In fact, he's been given the crown of Soldier of the Week because he taught them a lesson.
My thing is,
I'm just like, why did y'all have to do that? In fact, how about, fine, they came 8. That's a character issue. There's different kinds of women. Fine, you came with 3, 5 friends, 6, 7. I don't think it makes a difference if they were 8 or 4. She comes with other girls. But what if they paid their own bills?
Exactly. It could
It
have been an
fine.
entirely different atmosphere. But also the thing is, I think it's both genders, we could say, quote unquote, like males and females, men and women are guilty of this. Okay, we each perpetuate this thing. So honestly, we can't blame either side. If you want to commend him for walking out, then absolutely fine. I think as far as I go when it comes to women, I mean, all I can say is like do better. If this is the life that you devote yourself to, of like I'm gonna be really good at getting what I want from men by using what I feel are my assets, that's fine. But clearly you're not good at it. She wasn't thinking smart. She wasn't thinking, oh, let me go get a nice free meal with this guy.
Oh, he looks upset.
Yeah, she wasn't thinking that. She wasn't thinking that. She was not thinking. So if this is what you're gonna do, ladies, fine, live and let live. I'm sorry, but just like do better.
This was
be
shady.
good or be good at it.
This was shady. I'm just thinking, how do you feel? How do you feel?
How do I recover from
How do
that?
you go home and how's your day?
First of all, you don't. They're in the back washing dishes because they need to work off that bitch.
Oh my gosh, this is terrible.